Picture a 5-year-old kicking a ball inside the house. It smashes a vase. No one saw it happen. No parent in the room. No camera. Nothing. The kid could walk away right now and never get caught. Instead, the kid walks into the kitchen and says, "I broke the vase." Now picture almost every adult, same tiny mistake, showing up late, forgetting something, being wrong about something small. And the first move is a cover story, a shifted blame. Actually, here's the uncomfortable part. 700 years ago, a class of warriors in Japan built their entire way of life around making sure that never happened to them. Not because they were naturally more honest than us, because they trained it on purpose every day, the same way you train a muscle. And almost none of it survived into how we live now. That code is called Bushido. And today I'm explaining it like you're 5, because the version you learn from movies is mostly wrong, and the real version is something you can actually use by tonight. But first I want you to hold on to one question. What would you do differently today if you knew for certain that everyone would find out about it? Keep that question in your pocket. Bushido was built entirely around answering it, and by the end of this video, you'll answer it very differently than you would right now. Imagine you made a list of promises to yourself. Not to your parents, not to your teacher, just to you. And you kept every single one, even when nobody was watching, even when keeping it cost you something, even when breaking it would have been easier, and nobody would ever have known. That's Bushido. Bushi means warrior, do means path or way. Put together, the way of the warrior, but it was never really about fighting. It was a list of promises the samurai made to themselves about how they'd fight, live, and treat people. And the whole point was that the list mattered more than winning. Here's the part almost nobody tells you. A samurai who won a fight by lying, cheating, or attacking someone unprepared wasn't seen as clever. He was seen as failed. He'd kept his life and lost the thing the list was actually protecting. Now let's make this less cute, because promises are easy when nothing's at stake. Imagine you're a samurai and your lord, the person you serve, the person who pays you, feeds your family, gives you your entire position in life, gives an order you believe is wrong, not slightly wrong, genuinely, morally wrong. Loyalty says obey. The list says something else entirely. Speak the truth, even to the one person who could destroy you for saying it. Real samurai texts describe exactly this: warriors who corrected their own lords at full risk to their lives because the code ranked honesty above self-preservation. That is not a comfortable position to be in. That is the kind of decision that can end a career, a friendship, a family's fortune. In one sentence, and the code didn't care. It asked for the truth anyway. Quick question. Answer honestly in your head. Nobody's watching. Last time you were wrong about something small, genuinely wrong, did you say so out loud before anyone caught it? Or did you wait to see if you'd get away with it? Hold that answer. It's more connected to Bushido than you think. And we're coming back to it. There's one virtue on the samurai's list that modern people quietly avoid more than any other. Not courage, not loyalty, the one that sounds the most boring on paper and is actually the hardest to practice. It's the reason samurai were trusted with people's lives on a handshake, and it's the one thing missing from almost every self-improvement list you've ever seen online. But before I hand it to you, you need to see the full list it came from, because it doesn't work in isolation. Historians generally group Bushido into 7 core virtues. Rectitude, doing the right thing because it's right. Not because someone's watching. Courage, not fearlessness, but doing the right thing while scared. Compassion, strength exists to protect people, not to dominate them. Respect, treating everyone, even a rival, without cruelty. Honesty, the one nobody wants to talk about because it's the least comfortable to actually live by. Your word alone should be enough that no one ever needs a contract from you. Honor, living in a way you could explain out loud to anyone, at any time, without flinching. Loyalty, sticking with people, and commitments even when it's costly, especially when it's costly. None of these are flashy. None of them make a good sword fight scene. That's exactly why almost nobody trains them anymore. There's no highlight reel for keeping a boring promise on a random Tuesday. Here's the honest reason most people don't live like this today. And it's not laziness. Modern life makes half-truths nearly free. You can cancel a plan with one text and never explain why. You can leave a message on read. Instead of saying you don't want to reply, you can take credit that isn't quite yours. And the odds of anyone checking are close to 0. Every convenience of modern life quietly removed the cost of small dishonesty, so the muscle that used to lift that weight just stopped being used. The samurai didn't have that luxury. Their word was their entire identity, checked constantly, with real consequences. Ours is checked almost never. That's not a character flaw in you. It's an environment that stopped asking the question. So here's the actual practice, the one from the pattern interrupt earlier. Pick one small thing today you'd normally soften, hide, or quietly let slide, a mistake. A yes you don't mean, a fact you'd normally round up. And instead say it exactly as it is, out loud to the person it affects before they find it themselves. Not a huge confession, just one honest sentence you'd usually avoid. It will feel embarrassingly small compared to 700 years of warrior code. Do it anyway. That single sentence is the entire discipline in miniature. Do it enough times on purpose, and something shifts. People start trusting your word without needing proof. That trust is the whole reason the code existed in the first place. So here's my honest question for you, the one from the very start. What would you do differently today if you knew for certain everyone would find out? Tell me in the comments. I want to know if your answer changed watching this. And if this actually reframed something you thought you already understood, hit like and send it to the one person you know who still keeps their word when it costs them something. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.